What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Fights back. So I didn't watch the fights last week. I would try to watch them Sunday before I recorded, but was unable to. It said video unavailable on Fight Pass. So I said, you know what? Thursday, it's Thanksgiving. I'll just do a Thanksgiving episode. Just skip UFC. Wasn't a big card anyway. Kind of forgettable. I watched the last two fights, but not enough to talk about it. So there was a card, though, this week, as there is again next week. So I'm going to talk about the Francis Ngannou versus Curtis Blaydes fight that just happened out in Beijing. And then there's basically two cards. There's the Ultimate Fighter heavyweights finale that nobody gives a shit about. But I'll try and watch it. And then a few days later, or a couple days later, is another fight night with Dos Santos versus Tuivasa, I think. So I'll make picks for that. But the Francis Ngannou, I watched the main card, Francis Ngannou versus Curtis Blaydes. Ngannou finished him first round, TKO. Mildly questionable call. Because he hit, Blaydes blocked it, blocked the punch, but the punch went through his defenses and was enough to knock him down. Not just like trip him, but knock him down and literally daze him a little bit. Maybe not rock him, right? There's a fine line between rock and daze, you know what I'm saying? In the terminology of fightness. But he was there, and he was not really able to defend himself. Ngannou not really throwing clean shots while he was down, but definitely staying active enough to where, if Blaydes didn't have to do much, let's just say, to intelligently defend himself against what Ngannou was doing. So we'll see. Ngannou wins. I'd say it's legit win. I feel bad for Blaydes, wasn't able to impose his wrestling, which he thought he would do now that Stipe took, Ngannou into 5 rounds of hell. But Ngannou did survive all 5 rounds. He didn't really do anything in those 5 rounds, but he did survive. Stipe wasn't able to finish the fight. So Ngannou's right up there. I wouldn't mind seeing Ngannou. Well, aside from the fact the first time he fought Derek Lewis being just a complete stinker, I would not mind seeing that rematch, not as a main event, although I have a feeling Francis, I could see them giving him a rematch against Stipe, since Stipe is kind of getting screwed in the heavyweight division. Alistair Overeem beat Sergey Pavlovich, which not super surprising. Overeem up and down. He's been around forever, but he's still dangerous. It's not like he's done. He just, he almost got killed by Ngannou. And the Sergey guy, I don't know. I think he was undefeated from wherever he was from. But once Overeem got him down, the ground and pound was able to finish it. The bantamweight, Yadong Song versus Vince Morales. Decent fight. And then Li Jingliang, great fight against David Zawada. Kind of Zawada first round. Li Jingliang kind of comes back. Second round was able to land a spinning body kick in the third to finish it. But overall, good night of fights. Didn't watch the undercard, but it was nice that I was able to wake up Saturday morning and watch these fights. Pretty much. Did I watch them live? Maybe I did watch them live. I can't remember. They were on Fight Pass, so it didn't matter. It was perfect. But next fight's coming up, Dos Santos versus Tuivasa. Let me make some picks here real quick, even though, I don't know. I'm not following UFC like I used to, so I don't feel as confident with my picks. A lot more names I don't recognize. It's tough. It's tough, people. I apologize for not giving you high quality UFC talk, but I do what I can. It's one of my passions. One of the things that I really enjoy other than movies is watching fights and watching UFC. So I do enjoy talking about it. So for those that do tune in on Thursdays to watch the show, I appreciate you. And feel free to hit me up if you want to talk UFC or if you got picks, if you think my picks are wrong. But this is out in Adelaide, Australia. I believe this is the retirement fight for Mark Hunt. He is not the main event, although I think that's just because he's been losing recently. It's headline Junior Dos Santos versus Tuivasa. Tuivasa, I'm gonna be leaning a lot more to the local guys. This is a long flight out to get to Australia. So, for a lot of fighters, jet lag might be a thing. Hometown crowd. Also, just in general, Australians are tough as hell. So just in general, they're kind of tough to put away. So putting them away on their home turf may be a challenge. Not everybody's up to facing. So I think Tuivasa is going to win it. I think he's going to win it, and he's going to do a shoey with whoever's commentating. It's not going to be Rogan. Let's see who's probably going to be commentating. It's going to be the new guy from Bellator. Let's see if Tuivasa gets whoever interviews him after his win of Junior Dos Santos. I think he's going to have a KO, TKO, second round, maybe third round. Maybe since it's a 5-round, they may kind of, take their time. But I think Tuivasa, he may have to eat a few from Dos Santos, but I just think Dos Santos has taken too much damage in his career, and I think he might get hurt. I could be wrong. I mean, it's heavyweight. Anything can happen. But I'm going Tuivasa. Then in the co-main, you got Justin Willis versus Mark Hunt. I got to go Mark Hunt, even though chances are he's not going to win it. But I go Mark Hunt for his retirement fight. I know he's going to give it his all. If Willis's game is wrestling, then he may be able to stop Mark Hunt. He is undefeated, Jason Willis. Just most recently beat Chase Sherman. So up and comer versus vet, leaving the game. But it is heavyweight, so it does take a lot. It takes a lot for a heavyweight to be really impressive. So I'm going Hunt on this one. Tyson Pedro versus Mauricio Shogun Hua. I'm going Tyson Pedro. Just local. Maurice Shogun, love Shogun, but I think he's done. He's just been in the game forever, even though he's probably still 29. Jake Matthews versus Tony Martin. Jake Matthews, I'm going with Paul Craig over Jim Crute. Let's see. Yushin Okami is back against Alexei Kalachama. I'm going Yushin Okami. Okay, that's it. Apparently, also, before I get out of here, Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz, which is a fight nobody wanted to see. But I'm sure I know a lot of people were given tickets to it because a lot of people in my Instagram, I think Sam Tripoli was there. I think Michael Bisping was there with his kid and just a bunch. I think they papered the fuck out of that room. At first round win for Tito, which, Chuck didn't look good. He hasn't looked good in probably close to a decade. There's no reason he should have fought. But yeah, hopefully he never does again. But that's it for this episode, everybody. New episodes come out daily of this show. Subscribe to this show everywhere podcasts are found. Don't forget to binge the show over at patreon.com/inspired disorder, members only. InspiredDisorder.com for all of my work. If you want to buy artwork or t-shirts like the one I'm wearing right now, use coupon code THANKS18 and you will save 50% at checkout. At Ray Taylor for me on social media. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out.